Hi, I'm Callie, this is Chad, and today we're in Creede, Colorado, and we are going to drive on the Bachelor Loop. It is a series of different mines that take about an hour to complete.
But first, let's check out downtown Creede. There is a lot of energy in Creede this summer. Although there were plenty of people enjoying the downtown area, it did not feel overcrowded. The buildings are painted interesting colors and live music was performed in some of the cafes. Veterans Park is a good place for a picnic, and it has public bathrooms, water fountains, and trash cans. They painted this building silver. That's interesting. It's a little sculpture garden. After walking downtown, we loaded up and headed north to drive the Bachelor Loop. We decided to take this scenic drive because it passes through ghost towns, old mine sites, and the route will be fairly easy in our Tacoma. We were surprised to find that the road to enter the loop is closed to cars. We inquired at the museum and we were told that a boulder fell onto the highway around Memorial Day. When they went to clear the boulder, the final drive in the bulldozer broke and was stuck in the road. They told us that they've cleared the boulder and the bulldozer, but there's still some work that needs to be done on the road. We were able to link up to the Bachelor Loop south of town, heading northwest on Highway 504.
Here we are at the scenic pullout of Bachelor City. It was a suburb of Creede initially. Gold and silver were discovered, and this became a town to 1,200 people. We're at an elevation of 10,500 feet. Between 1892 and 1896, this was Bachelor City, an 80-acre town with 24 blocks and 12 streets. By March of 1892, nearly 100 houses had been hastily constructed. It had a dozen saloons, 4 hotels, 5 grocery stores, a meat market, a jail, barbershops, bakeries, restaurants, a school, and a church. They were rough and reckless Westerners. They neither feared nor shunned danger, and whom knock-down, drag-out fights were merely ordinary recreation. Brawls and pistol play were a nightly occurrence in the numerous saloons and gambling dens that infested the place. The character of Bachelor remained tough. Here is the Park Regent mine site that has been reserved. They first staked claim in 1891 in hopes of encountering an amethyst vein. There was a lot of capital initially invested here. And the onset of World War I saw an increase in demand for metals and work at this mine site. However, it decreased soon after. The absence of tailings indicates that the mill did not remain in operation for very long, even though substantial capital was invested. The structures and equipment and machinery were removed several years ago. However, to maintain the historic integrity of the site, they mixed cement and kiln dust into the upper foot of the waste rock material to help protect the environment and maintain the aesthetic appearance of the site. That's the road we just came from. The Midwest mine had a long life from 1911 to the late 1970s. There are extensive mine workings underground as part of two main adits or tunnels. The original adit was completed by 1929 and it placed about 5,000 tons of contaminated ore material in and near the small stream channel called Nelson Creek. From 1968 to 1972, a new 2,500 foot long adit was driven at the present portal site that you can still see. Despite years of work and investment, this mine never recorded any production. Oh, that's brutal. We've got contaminated water and no production. Why? In 2003, the contaminated material was excavated, placed in a repository site, and covered with clean material by the Willow Creek Reclamation Committee. With funding from the Forest Service, Colorado Non-Point Source Program, and the Colorado Division of Reclamation, Mining, and Safety. Runoff controls were installed to convey water around the contaminated materials that remained under the road. It was then covered with clean material and limestone. In 2005, mushroom compost was spread to provide additional organic material for revegetation, and the site was reseeded with a mixture of appropriate grasses and forbs. The original character of this site has been preserved for your appreciation and enjoyment. So steep grades ahead, use low gear. So here is where the road is closed, coming from this side. If you're on the north side of town, it's closed further in. You don't make it this far.
The museum.
Yeah, you don't make it onto the road at all. They have it closed before you get anywhere, which is nice. Although it would have been nicer if it was marked somewhere on the road closure websites, but stay right here with me, Sammy. This is private property. It's fenced, so it's very clearly marked where you can and cannot go. And here's the beautiful river. And I very much appreciate the reclamation efforts to keep this water clean. And wildflower season here in Colorado is ramping up. We've got a couple more weeks, but with the rain we've been getting, it's gonna be a good year. A little bit of yarrow. Sam found more broken metal. Put it down, bud.
More down there.
There is more metal down here. That is the last chance mine that you can actually tour up there. We're going to walk down in here and see what we can see if there's any more historic sites that are accessible by the walking path. Yeah, don't go in there. We're heading back to the car. There have been a lot of people hiking this little path. Here's our state flower, blooming wild and free. Beautiful columbine. The rock formations here are definitely worth the drive. So we're gonna load back up and go around to the other side and hike in and see the mine remains that are on the other side of the trail, the north side of Creede, the part that you couldn't drive into at all. There is a parking area, so we're gonna park there and check it out. Oh, bear tracks. Bear track.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
There's a bear track.
So there's some sort of barefoot and a human foot.
Yeah, there's a bear going all along here, along with deer and people's dogs and people and Bigfoot.
A Bigfoot? Yay, Bigfoot!
It's an old miner shack. Actually a cabin. Whoever built that would probably be offended if we called it a shack to his face. He'd say, "You try moving those logs and tell me this is a shack." So we've taken the shortcut back into town, so we're not fully retracing our steps. You can see as the elevation gets higher, we're passing bristlecone pines, which is really cool to see, especially once this big. And this road is a little bit rougher than the one that we came in on.
Quite a bit.
Quite a bit rougher.
There's that deer. Wonder if it's deer in the trees. Summer.
Look at this rabbit.
I see.
Look at the white feet.
It's the snowshoe hare. This is getting really rocky.
Yeah.
And the views are awesome on this road. This is County Road 502, just outside of Creede, and it's a pretty good little off-road trail. This is an unexpected off-road experience because we intentionally wanted to do something a little bit easier today because Chad crashed his dirt bike yesterday. So we thought we'll do something a little bit more softer and gentler. But this was an unexpected surprise. There's a lot of switchbacks coming down this little county road. covered wagon I think someone put out just for decoration of their driveway. Oh, yeah. Welcome to historic Colorado mining country. Protect while you enjoy Colorado's historic treasures. And as you can see, this is the side of town where the road is closed, and so people are parking at this little area and hiking in. The hike up is steep if you choose to walk, if the road is still closed when you come. But it's kind of interesting to see it from land rather than from in your car. You can see this trestle built all along the side above the river. And then here's an old building I'm trying to get to. This is just an incredible structure. It says no trespassing. Very cool, flanked by these massive rock formations.
That is awesome. Hey, Sammy, come and look at this.
This trestle is very impressive. If you can see this structure up there.
What's a trestle?
How high do you think that is?
No. Yeah, probably like 60 or 60 feet maybe.
Probably 60 feet up.
I don't know. 50.
You see the rock formations behind it. Very impressive feat. And this is the main mine site.
I learned on this trip that the Nelson Tunnel Commodore waste rock pile here is a superfund site. The waste rock is leaching cadmium and zinc directly into East Willow Creek. This is a tributary into the gold medal fishery of the Rio Grande River where we love to fish.
It's very, very cool. And I did not realize, I learned today this was a Superfund site. I did not realize that that's what this area was becoming or is. Creede has this very cool log cabin Catholic mission.
Where's the bell?
And it chimes on the hour. Very neat.
Mom.
We had a great time in Creede. We had a great time on the Bachelor Loop. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.